No reason.
I know you are. Stop.
Calm down, Clarence.
No,
sir.
He don't even know my name and tell him I have a warrant.
What did he do?
That's what I'm saying.
For what?
For what? From Louisiana. For what?
For what?
Yeah. I don't even live in Louisiana, so how would I have a... You don't know my name, so how can you tell me I have a warrant in Louisiana?
Sir,
stop.
Clarence, hold up.
Okay, well, you know it's your fault. You don't even know me. I already got you. No, you don't even know.
Sir.
You don't even know my name. I'm under control.
Why
would I trust you?
Hello. I'm confused. He don't even live in Louisiana.
No. You don't even, how can you tell me I have something and you don't know my name? You just pulled up in front of my house and then I don't trust because you shaking like you scared or something. You're pulling.
Okay.
You shaking like you scared.
He don't live in Louisiana.
I don't even live in Louisiana. How the hell would I have a warrant in Louisiana? Quentin, you already said your name was that. My name is not Quentin. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sir, his name is not Quentin.
Quentin. Then let's see the ID and we'll be done.
Okay, hold on.
You told me three different names. You woke up and told me three different names.
Hold on.
That's the third name you just... No.
Clint.
No, I'm not finna be the next nigga you kill.
No. Stop. His name is not Quentin.
Fucking Quentin. Let's do this and be done. I got no probable cause. I got you just stopped in front of my fucking house. Yes, I know who you are. It's what's my name? Man, fuck that. You shaking like you scared. I'm not finna let you put me in handcuffs.
Please stop. Please stop.
My name is not no fucking Quentin. You don't even know my name and tell me I got a warrant in Louisiana? Okay. Yes. You want to show me the picture? Show me the picture.
Okay, wait.
Just walk with me. No, walk with me. No.
Please, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere.
I need your supervisor or somebody else. Come on. Well, let me see your stripes. Well, I need somebody else in front of the car. No, you're not going to get me to your car. No.
Sir.
You in my yard on my property. Fuck that.
Calm down. Just calm down.
You stop.
Who are you looking for? His name is not Quentin.
You ain't man, fuck.
No, please stop.
Two of y'all is gonna take more.
Please stop. Please leave him alone, please.
No,
please. That is not him. Please leave him alone.
Man, get out of my yard, man. I need to report on this. Nah, you need to get the fuck out of my yard. You just said I'm somebody named Quentin. You got dreads and he black.
Come on.
What the fuck is that shit?
Okay, come on.
Nah, fuck that. Now you want to leave, right?
No, I want to do a report on this.
Nah, you need to get somebody here that's over you because you just made the biggest fucking mistake.
Why
the fuck you pull in front of my yard because I'm black with dreads and tell me I got a warrant?
Okay.
You
He just said kids was out here.
No, my fucking kids.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, you need to get the sergeant that's over here.
He's my sergeant.
Oh my God.
The picture didn't look like.
But he didn't even ask me his name.
Don't leave now. Stay here. Let's
I'm gonna say Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shay, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shay, Brakata Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shay. Double honors to the elders and the apostle of GMS, and salutations to the brothers who's pushing this truth out to the four corners, the highways and byways, and all praise to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shay, Bahasham Akakatash. Just watch a video, on the social media and think I should, go in on it. Because from time to time, we the men of the Lord, you would find. Oh, by the way, this individually in the video, yeah, you could see he got a spirit of an Israelite, but he doesn't know the truth, right? Or, for instance, he doesn't know he's Israel. Right, so I'm not talking about him, but I'm talking about the men who's out on the highways and byways, the elect. Yeah, what I'm saying is that we would find ourselves sometimes, being with adversary, with police, the powers of this world, basically, the men, the laws, today's Roman soldiers, in other words, right? We who are spiritual, just gotta remember that Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai is the one that doeth all things, right? So I'm going to go into some precept, right, to show even Yahweh Shai, he did came and he know this. Right, but I'm gonna start with Romans 13. And this basically is for edification and to remind the house of David, the hopeful elect, that the time is coming that this devil is going to come down real hard on us. You know? And we can't be thinking emotionally. This is Romans 13, reading from verse 1. It says, let every soul be subjected unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The power that be are ordained of Yahweh. See? So every kingdom, right? Every nation that is set in rulership, this could only be done by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Our power is the ultimate power. The living source that created all things. You know? Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh. And they that resist it shall receive themselves damnation. You see? You don't strive. You don't strive with these people. I mean, in the video you could clearly see that in this case the powers, which is the police, you know, they were against this they were against this man's calling him a wrong name, you know. Let's call it some say the ID parade. He made a mistake, confused the guy for Queen because he was a Menlin and had dread, right? Whoever Queen is from the Louisiana, because this Israelite that look, you know, Negro, and even the cop was shaking. He was nervous. He would have went another way if he really had his gun on him, you know. It says in verse 3, for the rulers are not a terror to good works, you see, but to the evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. What is good, right? Let's get Romans chapter 7, right, in verse 12. It says, wherefore the law is good, is holy, and the commandments is and the commandments holy and just and good. See? Now, alright, let me just read up to 14, you know, just notice some meat. It says verse 13, it says, what was then that which is good made death unto me? God forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandments might become exceedingly sinful. Right? Meaning going against the commandment, because if you know not these words, if you understand not these scriptures and so on, you won't be a spiritual. Right? It says in verse 14, for we know the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. Right? You see? So we always got to go back to the laws. We always got to go back to this mindset. We got another precept. This is 2 Esdras chapter 14, verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, right? And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Right? So brothers, basically we gotta, you gotta remember that our pineal gland, right, lies within the scripture. This is the way of the elect, the hopeful elect, right? It lies in our pineal gland, right? Meaning, that's the source of our IQ or our thinking cap. We have to always go back to here. Right? Because it's saying Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 4, it says, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men, of man. Right? You see, it says, O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Right? Understanding heart, meaning go back to the word, your mind. Right? Go back to your mind. You know? Right? This all goes back to our mind. In other words, we gotta keep focused and strong within this world. You know, by doing so, you know, you do the necessary that you have to do. You know, whether it be reading, it be fasting, you know, be in connection with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, He sup with you. Even in these times, you literally would be present in the situation at the same time absent in the mind. Right? Because your focus would be, you know, on Yahweh Yahushai. This is exactly what happened to Yahushai. You know? Let me get it. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 2. It says, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endures the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. Right? It says, for consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself. Right? We gotta go through a lot in this world. You know? And remember, Yahushua already prayed for us. Right? And get that next precept. It says, for consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinner against himself, lest he be wearied and faint in your minds. See? Ye have not yet resist unto blood, striving against sin. You see? This is John chapter 17. I'm reading from verse 9. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me. For they are thine. Right? The elect. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Right? You see? So, okay, I just want to get because it's like when Yahushai, you know, he basically hit a set example for the elect. This is where this whole infection start from, you know, this this disease, you know, to the nations. You know, they understand this wisdom and knowledge. So, okay, let me just get it. Yeah, this is Matthew 26 and verse 50. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him. Who is these? The powers of this world. Yahushua had power to do, you know what? Let me get some. You got a part when so, okay, I can't remember this point, but I think it's either between Matthew, Mark, or Luke. It says when Yahushua spake, they all went back. You know, the angelic force that Yahushua had, you know, it pushed them back. Right? But this is the point I wanted to get out of this. Right? It says here in verse 50, Matthew 26, verse 50, it says, And Yahushua said unto them, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew the sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. Right? And Yahushua said, Put up again thy sword in thy place. Right? For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Right? Even go on to say, thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then shall the scripture be fulfilled, that thus it must be? You understand? You know, brothers, we gotta understand that, you know, there's certain things, you know, through Yahweh, Yahushai, there's our lot. We have our own what to say, our own spirit about our own, you know, way of going out to this world written down, you know, whether it be by the salvation, the chariot, or death. Right? We can't fight Yahweh Yahushai. You know, he said these powers, sometimes these powers will work for us. Verse 55, it said, In the same hour said Yahushua to the multitude, Are ye come out as against a thief with sword and staves, for to take me? I sat daily with you teaching in the temple, and ye laid no hold on me. But all this was done, that scripture of the prophets might be fulfilled. Then all the disciples forsook him and fled. You see? This is basically what the this basically is what was written. You know, Yahushua reminded them that this was to happen to him. So they did fled. You know, because the powers back then was very heavy. Right? So, you know, looking to Yahushua, the finisher and author of our faith, you know, we gotta remember to keep our mind set, you know, when these things come. Because this is one prophecy here in Jeremiah, you know, Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. It says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. No? The elect. So you brothers, this video basically was to what? Give you, you know, a purpose of thought, you know, through the spirit, to remember that we have a power that actually controls these other power. As much as if you think carnal, it wouldn't seem so. You know, we gotta come back to the spirit. You know, and with that, I want to say shalom. You know, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, Akim, Shamar Kazak, you know, stay strong. You keep pushing this word. You know, and Brakata today hopefully like. You know, we have Bashim Shalom.